If you think Matt has it tough when he goes off on his Where in the World adventures, wait until you meet the guy who trots the globe at that pace for 9 months a year. Josh Bernstein is the star of the History Channel's hit show, Digging for the Truth. He's traveled to 30 countries, over 225,000 miles by plane, and that is not counting boats, motorcycles, and an occasional camel. And Josh uses archaeological clues to help uncover the world's greatest truths and legends. Tonight is the final episode of the season. It's called Digging for Truth, Lost Cities of the Amazon. Josh Bernstein, good morning. Nice to see you.
Pleasure.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the success of this show. You must be thrilled.
Yeah, we are. I mean, the History Channel is thrilled. I'm thrilled. Everyone's very happy. It's a lot of hard work went into the show.
No, obviously, and a lot of travel, needless to say, but it's very popular among adults, but it's also struck a chord with kids, and it's gotten children interested in becoming anthropologists, archaeologists. Yeah. Teachers are using it as a tool to teach kids about the world, about hidden culture and geography. So what is it about this show, do you think, that's made it such a success?
I think there's a variety of factors. You know, for the history buffs, it does address the greatest mysteries. And for people who perhaps don't think history is that exciting or compelling, or maybe they think it's boring, the adventurous side, the heroic side captures a new audience, which is why kids love it.
Well, you've talked about it in the past, saying, you know, history is all about people striving. It's all about human drama, you know, and it's a very exciting thing. But when you read it on sort of the pages in black and white, it's kind of a yawn, but to see it come alive, it gives it a whole new dimension, don't you think?
No, I totally agree. I'm right there with you. I think that...
Well, you actually said it, so I'm
okay, yeah, I agree with myself.
I'm paraphrasing you.
Yeah, I think that for me, you know, I always felt that history textbooks don't do justice to the stories, the passion, the people's lives that we're exploring. So when you're faced with something like Ötzi the Iceman or Cleopatra or these larger-than-life icons, to make that come alive for people is the challenge, and that's what I think Digging for the Truth somehow does.
Plus, you do it in a very sort of tangible, personal way. You know, you might be at the pyramids and you might say to the guide, "Why am I sweating so much?" Right?
Yeah.
And he'll explain it's people's breath. Condensing on your face, right? Which will explain sort of the climate and all sorts of interesting things. And you'll look straight at the camera and say, gosh, in other words, you really bring people in and make it accessible and understandable. And we've got a clip, actually, Josh, from the episode that runs tonight called Lost Cities of the Amazon. Let's take a quick look.
Okay.
I've traveled thousands of miles, crisscrossing the Amazon region in pursuit of lost cities in the jungle. I've seen compelling evidence that large-scale societies did exist deep within the rainforest. Now, following in the path of explorer Colonel Percy Fawcett, my quest has brought me to the remote village of Kwikuru. It's another reality, a world of its own. Archaeologist Mike Heckenberger wants to give me a greater sense of the history and complexity of Kwikuru society by taking me fishing.
Oh, and I think we got some.
First of all, you have such an exciting job and an exciting life, and I think your backstory is so interesting. You went to Horseman here in New York City and then to Cornell, but you studied history, anthropology, psychology, right?
I never studied history.
You didn't?
It's a secret. I hated history growing up.
I'm shocked.
Again, I thought it was boring. I didn't think that the stories came through the texts. But this show allowed me to find a path that brings that to life for me and for people.
And you got your adventurous spirit, I read, because your dad died. You passed away when you were 15 years old. And suddenly, you decided to be much more adventurous, and you were always fascinated by the West and sort of the spirit of self-reliance.
Yeah.
So is that what kind of, I guess, spurred this curiosity in you?
I remember my first trip when I was 14 years old. I went out on a ranch in Wyoming. I spent my summer riding horses and building fences, and that hands-on lifestyle of speak less, do more, and just get the job done was very appealing to me. And yeah, as you said, my dad's death was a catalyst for self-growth and propelled me into a more mature perspective. But ultimately, my dream was never to do TV. You know, I have my own business.
God forbid.
No. But yeah, that wasn't like I had no dreams or aspirations to be hosting a hit show. I thought that this idea of bringing archaeology to life was exciting, and traveling the world is something I love to do. And I think I bring to the History Channel some sort of every man's adventure, like an armchair adventure aspect, where if I can find a way to make the story exciting, then maybe the viewer can too, through me.
Meanwhile, this has had some fringe benefits. I read that in, I guess, In Touch or one of those magazines, you were
Yeah.
named America's #1 hottest TV host.
Yeah, great.
Were you
no,
thrilled?
it's flattering, sure.
Matt has a little bone to pick with you
Yeah,
about
well,
that, but
you know, Matt should come on a trip with me when he does the Where in the World.
yeah, he should.
We
I
have some
mean,
fun.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you could show him a great time.
Yeah,
How long
but-
do you think you'll be doing this? Do you have any aspirations to do anything after this, or?
Well, this is another 9 months, so filming starts next week. So I'll be doing season 3 starting Sunday, and then we'll see how I fare. And
Yeah.
if I can survive the next 13 adventures, then we'll cross that bridge.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
again on your success, and I do think it's terrific that you're engaging not only children but adults
Mm-hmm.
so much in history, and obviously teaching them so much in the process.
Yeah,
something
and-
that television doesn't do quite enough these days.
I think it's the perfect medium, and the History Channel is very happy, and so am I. So
Yeah,
thanks.
I love the History Channel too. All right, enough already. Josh Bernstein, nice to see you, Josh. And you can catch Digging for the Truth: Lost Cities of the Amazon tonight at 9 Eastern and Pacific on, of course, the History Channel. Up next,